Polanco. I am the executive editor at thecoalition.com. I write news, I do previews of games, reviews, editorials, and podcasts. Those are my, day and day things that I do. I'll be honest, news is boring. It really is, because you're kind of just regurgitating, something that you read in a press release, or sometimes it just feels like you're just shilling for a company, basically. So news I don't like, but I like editorials because it's me talking about something specific. So my first press event it was for EA years ago. I went there, and this is when I first started. And I had this image in my mind that video game journalists were the best gamers out there. Like, they had to be. If you have to be the best in order to write about games. So I go there, and I see all these guys just chilling. They weren't doing anything. They were just sipping their drinks, all free, by the way, eating stuff and not playing the games. Like, but you got sent here to play games, and you're not even talking about it. And then at the end of it, I got given a list of the names, all the games, and all the facts. And I'm like, I could literally come to this thing and not even play a game and get all the facts I need right here. And then the next day, obviously, I saw these same guys that were not playing games writing about them. And that struck me as odd. You have to be honest with the people you're reporting to. Don't lie to them in any sort of way. We've seen that before. Like, a lot of these guys are not actual real gamers, and they don't let you know that beforehand. So they write this stuff, and you're like, this is a little bit disingenuous. That's on the surface. Then there's things behind the scenes. These guys getting paid off by companies to give their games a higher score. You can't have that. You can't build that sort of trust with anybody when you're doing all these things behind the scenes. So yeah, that's what it means to me. It's like, just be honest. And a lot of these guys aren't. You see, here's the thing, and I'm sorry if I go off on a little bit of a tangent. You go to a video gaming site, and what do you see? Video game ads. You think a company's gonna be happy when you give their game a bad review? Everybody knows about Jeff Gerstmann from GameStop getting fired over his Kane and Lynch thing. That happens all the time. I know people, trust me, it happens all the time. It's pretty prevalent, and I think with what happened last year, now the whole world got to see exactly how corrupt some of these people could be. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but there are a lot of them. When money is exchanging hands, people will do certain things to secure the review, secure the interview. It does happen. I know people personally who have talked to me privately and told me exactly, like, they would work at a big site, they were having advertisements for a specific game, they would give that game a low review, and they would hear stuff about it afterwards, and they would have to change it. So it does happen. If it happens at one place, it happens everywhere, and I've heard of other places, so I could definitely confirm that. The solution is, it's gonna sound complicated, but it's actually kind of simple. They need to hire people that are actually real gamers, that are actually passionate about it. I know there are people that are actually really good at writing about games, but they're not passionate about it. So while you may get great prose, it's gonna lack, substance to it. And then obviously, you can't really screen for honest people, but if somebody does breach ethics, you need to get rid of them right away. Some of these guys that have broken, the rules, I'm not gonna name the event, you guys already know what I'm talking about, they're still at these companies, still spewing the same sort of stuff. Like, if this were any other venture, they would have gotten rid of, because it makes the company look bad, So that's pretty much it. And then the other thing is, don't talk down to your audience like they're children. That's really demeaning. Why would you do that? Imagine a car company doing that. Who the hell does that? It's ridiculous. So that's one thing. It's just be honest, hire people that are actually gamers. The world we live in now, you can't get away with that sort of stuff. This is the internet. You say something, it's gonna be there perpetually. So you can't have any of that. I think it's going to be more independent. You're already seeing it now. YouTube is becoming really big in that space. You just have regular people just talking about games. You have you guys, that's a whole different thing right there. Reviews from the actual community itself. I think people are getting sick of the old ways. Even game companies are getting sick of some of these PR guys, So it's definitely changing. It's going to be more about the community, and that way you're going to have more honesty. But the thing is, there's a certain bit of uncertainty too, because while some of these professionals may not care about it too much, they do present themselves in a professional manner. Some of these other guys, they do not. So I think for the next few years, things are going to be a little bit rocky until we find a new, middle ground. But then the problem comes what if these guys get corrupted too? Because money talks. Our main objective is to cater to gamers. That's who we are. That's who our audience is. So we cater to them. We don't talk down to them. We give them exactly what they want, and we try to be honest with anything. If we get plenty of games for review, games for preview. We don't care that it's all free. We give an honest assessment. If we like it, we're going to give it a good score. If it's bad, we're going to give it a bad score. Because at the end of the day, people are spending money. We may not be spending money ourselves, but people are spending money on these things, and we have to present them with the most accurate information. But at the same time, they also have to know that it's still an opinion too. These things aren't set in stone. What I may like, you may not like. But you know, if you read one of my reviews or any review from my site, it's an honest review. Play more games, please. I see too many guys going on messages forums talking about PlayStation versus Xbox. Stop that, please. Just play your games, be a gamer, enjoy gaming. This is the best time to be a gamer. We have every genre possible. They're all accessible. You have Steam, you have PlayStation Network, you have Xbox Live, you have all these avenues to play all these great games, and you guys are spending all your time complaining. I'm minding my language here. It's like, come on, just play your games, and then at the same time, I guess I want more brotherhood or sisterhood from gamers. Like, we all enjoy this, we all love this. Just stop the bickering, to stop all that stuff, and just come together, play our games, be happy, and enjoy all of this.